Eagle Tech Genius is a show for those who want to hear the latest tech news and reviews and find out what tools can help your business. Join Peter and Belinda as they bring you technology tips, tricks and tools helping save you time, effort and money so you can focus on your business. Broadcast live from 6 p.m. every Thursday, this is Eagle Tech Genius on eaglewavesradio.com.au.
Welcome to Eagle Tech Genius. You are listening to Eagle Waves Radio. My name is Peter Moriarty from IT Genius.
And I'm Belinda Luby.
We will be back shortly to speak to Scott Donnell about online strategy. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Eagle Tech Genius.
Eagle Waves Radio. Eagle Waves Radio, the voice of small business.
You're listening to Eagle Tech Genius on eaglewavesradio.com.au.
We're going to talk SEO in the first segment, and you've got the 10 most common SEO mistakes that businesses make.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do a complimentary digital marketing audit for any businesses that are considering options that are available to them. When we review the sites, it's shocking. Even if they've employed an SEO company or they've got a webmaster looking after their site, the classic SEO mistakes crop up again and again. Even with these sites. And one of the first ones is duplicate versions of your homepage.
Oh, so okay. What does that mean?
So basically you've got your homepage, and to the average user it looks like a single page, but technically speaking you've got Google can access it under so many different URL extensions. So there might be a domain without www before it. And then with www, yep. Google considers that another copy of the homepage.
And
then you might have one that's index.php, so that's a third version.
Oh, wow.
And if they're not redirected to one another, then Google considers that 3 copies of your homepage, duplicate content, and not good quality.
Wow, that's very interesting.
So it's a very basic thing, looking at a website, how Google sees it as opposed to the average user.
Yeah.
So some sites, have up to 5 or more versions of that single page.
And I guess if you've got extra domains that are just mirroring
exactly, if you have a parked domain on your website, that can multiply it by 2. So you might have 5 already, then you've got 10. So
wow.
It's really getting an ugly situation.
So how do you check that?
So you can do. That's a good question. Best way is to index your site using. There's a great free tool you can download. It's Screaming Frog SEO Spider. You can then crawl your site using that, and it will show you all the pages that are indexed or can be indexed. It crawls it like Google does. You can also check in Webmaster Tools. Google Webmaster Tools is another free tool.
Excellent.
But yeah, it does. It gets. We are on Tech Genius, so there's technical tips, but it does get quite technical into the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, or I guess with any of these tips, if anyone's at home, we've jumped right into it. If anyone's at home wondering, oh my God, what does this mean? You can speak to your web developer. You can take the 10 tips and say, well, can you check if I've got duplicate?
Spiders are friendly online. You just gotta.
Yeah, they're the only kind of spider.
You want to encourage spiders in your website, yeah. Don't get out the Vagon.
All right, we've got to get through these. What's tip number 2?
Another one, big one, is unoptimized title tags. So when you load up a page in your browser, at the very top of your browser, the title tag will show in the title of the browser.
And that's the page name, isn't it?
It is the page name. It's coded in the page.
Yep.
It's not strictly in the content of the page, but it's a title indicated to display in the browser and for to appear on Google search snippets in the results. And the classic mistake is just to have your company name there or home. It loads up and the browser says home or ABC company. And the unfortunate thing is that Google's desperately hoping that you'll indicate what the page is about in that title. But if you don't, then you're just not really helping them out at all.
I like that he's giving Google emotion.
Yeah. Google's there. It's a thinking, feeling being that wants your help.
I do love it like it is a thinking, feeling human being.
Yeah. It cares, yeah. And
the Oracle. We've lost Peter. All right, so tell us.
So the classic thing there is even having the company name in that title tag is a waste of space, because generally people don't know of your company until they find you through Google search. So
so it's better to
unless you're a huge corporation, they're not searching for your company name, so leave it out. Put some decent keywords and a good call to action in there, and why they should click on your link even if it comes up in the search, and that'll get you on the right track.
Good one. Are you back over there, Peter?
I am. Keep rolling through.
We lost Peter for a minute. So another one related to that is even if you have a decent title tag, you've written one, but you use that on all your pages. So you've duplicated across all your pages just out of sheer, inexperience. Yeah, that's right, efficiency.
You've got to think of the positive side of
I think some content management sites like WordPress, you can have them dynamically generated.
That's right, yeah.
For each
so
page.
You might just whack your blog title. You might write a blog title that's then automatically added to all the pages.
Yep.
That's a big no-no as well, because a title tag's not good unless it's unique.
Yes.
So,
very interesting.
Some parts of it can be duplicated, like if you have a small, particularly like your company name on the end or something like that, that's fine.
So to check that, you want to have a browser of your site and then have a look at the top of the browser window to see what the actual name of each page is.
Exactly.
Just make sure they're going to be unique.
Exactly.
Okay, what's up next?
Okay. So duplicate content is another big one. Google's really focused on user experience and quality, website quality. So following on from that, if a number of pages on your site, a user browses them and they're all got the same content, Google's not going to really value any of them. It's going to think, okay, they're all pretty low value content, they're duplicated. And how that happens is people install WordPress, something like that, and whack in some tags, some categories, radio shows, for example. If you just put in your last 4 blogs are about radio shows, you've got a category for that and a tag for that. All those pages end up showing the same posts.
Interesting.
And Google indexes or looks at them all, and it'll devalue the duplicated content. So it's better to have less pages indexed in Google, but have them unique. So that's a little technical tip as well.
Interesting. So like each show that I do is unique, and I'd like it. Is that right, to actually put unique content in each blog post?
That's right.
Or is
unique
it not
content.
Is it not deemed good enough quality?
Yeah, it's
the tagging.
It's more to do with because typically people know, okay, unique content, that's should be a given. But then the actual listing of blog posts and content becomes duplicated. So it's not so much the article itself, but classic mistakes is like just having things listed multiple times. So even if you are browsing through the site, the pages where it's listed will be duplicates of the same.
You got to watch out for
things.
that.
Yeah. So
all right. What's up next?
Okay. So getting through them. So broken links is a classic one that just should be any good webmaster will know. You want to minimize broken links, especially if someone's, say, linking to a great article you've got on your site. You get a couple of links coming in which are very valuable, and then for some reason you remove that article from your site or restructure, and you lose all those incoming links, so they don't go anywhere. People might click on them even and get a 404 error saying we can't find anything you're looking for. Too bad.
And you can check those on Webmaster Tools.
Absolutely, yeah. Webmaster Tools is a pretty cool, pretty comprehensive for those sort of things. There's a section to check in. Yep.
So what's next?
Okay, so we'll just whip through them. Not linking from your home page, so to your other content. So if you just have some fancy images, the home page looks awesome, but you don't actually link to anything meaningful. You're not giving Google any help there either. It's feeling neglected.
Right, so you should have...
Don't make Google feel neglected.
You should have some content with links to key pages indicating that they're important.
Yeah.
So more than just a menu?
Absolutely, more than just your primary navigation.
Okay.
Because the primary navigation is pretty generic. It's duplicated on every page. It doesn't really give any editorial importance to things. Yep.
Okay.
And then on the other hand, the other extreme is too many links on your homepage. Okay, huge drop-down menus, everything's linked to. Basically that's like pouring water into a sieve. The water flows out all the holes. Tiny bits. But if you just have a couple of meaningful links, that's more like pouring into a funnel, focusing that energy into individual pages.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's up next, Scott?
Okay, your site can't be crawled, so Google can't get in there, can't do its job of getting through everything. There can be a lot of reasons for that. Bad technology, old website. You're blocking search engines unknowingly. You've gone into WordPress, and when you've published the site, you haven't unticked the box that says allow search engines to crawl my site. You'd be surprised how that happens.
And you can check that one in Webmaster Tools, can't you?
You can, you can check your indexation of how many pages are indexed,
Because I think it tells you how often Google's crawling your site and when the last time it was crawled and that kind of thing.
That's right, your crawl frequency, number of pages crawled. Webmaster Tools is a great asset for SEO,
Very cool. Which number are we up to?
We're up. That was 8.
Awesome.
We can whip through a couple more. Unreasonable SEO expectations.
This is a good one.
What's an example of unreasonable SEO expectations?
Is this a client management tip?
It can. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter really if you're whether you're in the client seat or just do it yourself. But you're just impatient, jump up and down, and you want to be on the first page for pick a keyword, lawyer, and I want to be on the first page worldwide in 3 weeks.
So do 500 million other people.
Exactly. So you got to get your expectations in check.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for a hard slog to get quality traffic and into your site, whether you're doing it yourself or working with the agency.
So how long would you say it would take for an SEO campaign to really be effective?
It depends how you're going about it, at what momentum, how much resources you're putting into it. But 3 to 6 months, you should start to get some traction. Having said that, it depends on the site. With some sites we've bumped up 40 places within 2 weeks because the site was just complete crap, and when you fix that, Google really appreciates it. You're like, hooray!
Happy Google.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a happy Google. You need to brace yourself for the long.
That's a very good tip.
SEO.
I think that's my favorite one so far.
And you might even like this one as well. The number 10 is hiring a crappy SEO company. So
big no.
Yeah, exactly. It actually can do more harm than good. Google has become extremely fussy in terms of what you do on your site and off the site in terms of links. Links can now help your site as well as harm it.
They're really penalising.
Right?
Exactly. So it's not just black hat, but just people that don't know what they're doing as well fall into some sort of grey area.
Mm-hmm.
So we come across this in our site reviews as well. They've had an SEO agency, and some of the worst sites are the ones that have employed multiple SEO companies before that didn't know what they're doing.
Oh wow!
That just build up a lot of rubbish around their site.
A great big mess.
So
sad Google.
That's right.
I think make sure you've got a clear strategy and a partner.
So that's right. Talk to people. Talk to try to get some knowledge yourself. Educate yourself in what you're doing there.
Where do we learn?
There's a lot of good blogs online. The popular sites like SEO Moz and things like that. You can get some basic understanding, know what questions to ask, like buying anything these days.
Yeah. Scott, thank you so much for sharing your 10 mistakes that people make with SEO. We're going to go to a quick break, and we will be back to talk about the 6 profit-boosting tips for e-commerce sites. You're on Eagle Tech Genius. Don't go anywhere.
Eagle Waves Radio, the voice of small business.
You're listening to Eagle Tech Genius on eaglewavesradio.com.au.